Welcome to Mahipal Reddy GK House. Myself Prithviraj Reddy. Today we are going to learn the current affairs through the MCQs. Coming to the first question, find the correct statement from the following regarding the Protected Planet Report of 2020. So coming to the first option, it was released by UNEP and WWF, that is United Nations Environment Program and Worldwide Fund. Second one is approximately 21 million square kilometer area has been recognized under the protected area during 2010 to 2020. Choose the right answer. Actually, the answer is only 2. So the right option is A, that is 2 only. So let us learn why it is so. Next, coming to the next question, Protected Planet Report 2020 was released by. So here the right option is UNEP in collaboration with the International Union for Conservation of Nature. So coming to this particular report, this Protected Planet report is released by UNEP's World Conservation Monitoring Center and along with the IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, which is non-profit agency. And according to this particular report, 21 million square kilometers have been added within the protected and conserved area of the world since the year 2010. So it means a lot of efforts have been poured in so that a lot of area came under the umbrella of protection. Okay, and coming to this report, it is biennial report. It means it is the report which is released once for every 2 years. Okay, so this is what the information about this particular report. Coming to the next question, such Kahunto is written by. So there are 4 options given. So coming to the first option, Preet Mohan Singh Malik. So who is he? Actually, he has written recently a book on Sikkim. So what is it? This book particularly? It is a history of intrigue and alliance. A history of intrigue and alliance. So it is a book which actually explains about the merger of Sikkim into the Indian territory or Indian Union. So this is what explained by this particular book. And coming to the second author, Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle. So it is Dilip Halder. Actually, there is a problem in the alignment. So Meghan Markle, he has written a book called. She has written a book called The Bench. She's a female writer. She has written a book called The Bench. So what does this actually book talks about? It talks about the relationship between the father and son. What kind of bond which is shared by the father and son. And coming to the next author, Dilip Halder. Okay, the Dilip Halder. What he has written? He has written a book called Bengal 2021. So this book explains how the elections are conducted during the pandemic times in the West Bengal. Okay, this is what his book. He is a journalist. And next one, Neena Gupta. So Neena Gupta, she is the author which we are going to discuss about. So Sach Kahunto is written by Neena Gupta. So let us learn something about Neena Gupta. Actually, Neena Gupta, she is an actress, and she is also a director in the TV field. And she won a National Filmfare Award for the movie called Wo Chokri in the year 1994. And she has written this particular Sach Kahunto. It is an autobiography. So in this autobiography, she has written what is her life story. Naturally, autobiography means writing about yourself and the choices that she had made in the life and the milestones she has reached in the life. So this is what the content of the book. Okay, so whatever the authors I have discussed in this particular question, these are all the recent matters of current affairs. Please remember them. And the next question is, World Turtle Day is celebrated on which of the following day it is celebrated? May 24th, May 21st, May 8th, or May 23rd? The answer is May 23rd. Okay, then, and next question is, which of the following statement is or correct? First one, May 23rd is celebrated as World Turtle Day. Yes, it is true. It is a right statement. And IUCN celebrates it every year. The theme of 2021 Turtle Day is Turtle Rocks. So among these three options, only 1 and 3 are correct, and the second option is wrong. So the answer is 1 and 3. So A is correct. Why it is correct, we will discuss. And World Turtle Day, it is celebrated to protect the tortoise and turtles as well as their habitats. So not only protecting them, but also the habitat should not be destructed. Okay, and it is the 21st World Turtle Day. Okay, it is the 21st time, and the theme is Turtle Rocks. Coming to the background regarding this particular Turtle Day, it has been launched by American Tortoise Rescue Society, which is a non-profit organization. So it means IUCN is not the agency which has launched. It is the American Tortoise Rescue Agency or Rescue Society. So from the year 2002, this particular Turtle Day, annual Turtle Day is announced. Okay. So this particular American Tortoise Rescue Society had announced it as a World Turtle Day. Okay. And the next question is, CBID program on the rehabilitation of the Divyangjan is launched by which of the following ministries? So question is very, very simple question, but frequently asked questions will be coming in this form. Okay. So first one is Ministry of Rural Development. Second one is Ministry of Agriculture. Third one is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And fourth one is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. What is the right option? It is the D. So let us learn. So community-based inclusive development program on rehabilitation of Divyangjan was launched by Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. His name is Tawar Chand Gehlot. So this is a scheme which is launched by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So what is this scheme about? Actually, this scheme will train the human resources for 6 months. Okay, for what reason? To serve the needs of the Divyang people who are handicapped or differently abled people who are there. So to assist them, a pool of human resources are being made ready under this particular scheme. For example, we have ASHA workers, accredited social health activists in the rural areas, especially in the health field. So in the same line, these trained rehabilitation workers are going to be launched in the rural areas. So this program is available in several languages to train them. Along with English and Hindi, we have Gujarati, Marathi, Odia, Bengali, Telugu, Tamil, and Garo. So these are the languages in which this training module is available. And this course was co-designed by Rehabilitation Council of India and also in collaboration with the University of Melbourne. So this much information you have to remember. And coming to the next question, in the 5th edition of Biodiversity Awards, recently 5th edition of Biodiversity Awards were actually given on account of the Biodiversity Day. So which of the following states, the Biodiversity Management Committee of which of the following states won the best BMC award, Biodiversity Management Committee Award? So what is that state? It is none other than Arunachal Pradesh. So let us learn what is the background of this Biodiversity Awards. So International Biodiversity Day is celebrated on May 22nd. In yesterday's class, we have discussed about this. And it is a joint initiative of Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, National Biodiversity Authority, and the United Nations Development Program. Okay, this award carries 2 lakh rupees cash prize for the individuals and 5 lakh rupees cash prize for the institutions. So awards were given by Minister of State for Ministry of Environment and Forest as well as Climate Change, that is Babul Supriyo. Okay. Then coming to various categories and awards given. So question may come in the form of match the following. So be careful. So Biodiversity Management Committee, Best Biodiversity Management Committee Award was given to Shergaon BMC, which is in the district of West Kamen in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Conservation of domesticated species at the individual level. Shaji NM, he is called as tumor man because he has conserved, different varieties of tuber plants. So that's why he is called as tuber man of Kerala. And conservation of domesticated species at the institutional level. It is in Amrabad area of Telangana. So that's the institution's name is Amrabad Podalakshmi Govu Sangam. And the sustainable use of biological resources at individual level, this award is given to S. Satish, who is a forest range officer in the Ramanathapuram division of the Gulf of Mannar National Park. And lastly, sustainable use of biological resources at the institutional level, this award is given. So that institution's name is Konoma Nature Conservation and Tragopan Sanctuary of Nagaland. So this is the vital information that may come in the examination. Okay. Exports of GI. Yes. Exports of GI certified Goldward Sapota. Actually, this Goldward Sapota is being exported to UK. Okay. So let us learn about this particular Goldward Sapota. So question is, Goldward Sapota are the natives of Karnataka state, Tamil Nadu state, Gujarat state, or Maharashtra state? So the answer is, it is in the Maharashtra state. So coming to Goldward Sapota, this is actually grown in the Palghar district of Maharashtra. Palghar district of Maharashtra. It is a GI tagged Sapota. So what is GI tagged? GI tagged means it is a sign used on the products that have the specific geographical origin and possess very, very distinct qualities. So there will be the recognition for the geographical area as well as the qualities or the reputation the product is having. Reputation. For example, you take Tirumala Laddu, Hyderabadi Halim. So it means you are specifying a particular geographical area as well as the qualities a particular good is having. Okay, so those are actually given the geographical indication status. Okay, so for the first time in India, what is a product which got the first GI tag? That is Darjeeling tea. Darjeeling tea. So it means that particular good will be having a specific recognition, and those qualities are recognized and those qualities are cherished. So for that reason, they will be getting a lot of popularity. So what is the significance of this Palghar Sapota? Palghar Sapota, which is having very sweet taste and very unique taste also, because this Sapota is grown in the calcium rich soils of the Palghar region. Okay, that is a Goldward region. So Goldward is a village in which this particular Sapota is grown. So other GI tagged products of the Maharashtra include, first one, Alfonso mangoes, and second one, Worli paintings, and third one, Nashik Valley wine. Nashik Valley wine. It is also a product which is having the GI status, and Mahabaleshwar strawberry. Fourth one is Mahabaleshwar strawberry. So question may come in any form. Okay, so they may not ask you directly Palghar, and they may ask you the other GI tagged goods that are from the Maharashtra. And so these are being exported to UK, and other fruits that are exported to UK include Shahi Lychee. Shahi Lychee, which is a lychee fruit, which is exported from Bihar to UK. Bihar to UK. So India is the second producer of the lychee fruit. First producer is China. Okay, so this much information you have to remember. Okay, Coming to the next question, which of the following is appointed as the CEO of the Reserve Bank of India? Reserve Bank of India Innovation Hub. Okay, so the answer is Rajesh Bansal. Okay, Rajesh Bansal is appointed as the CEO of Reserve Bank of India's Innovation Hub. So who appointed him? The board of RBI Innovation Hub. Why he is appointed? Let us learn. You must understand this particular Rajesh Bansal. He was the founding member of the Aadhaar team. Okay, he played very important role in designing the direct benefit transfer, and he is also very much expert in the electronic cash transfers and digital financial services. So this particular RBI Innovation Hub is actually headed by Gopalakrishnan, to which he is going to act as the CEO. And what is the aim of this particular innovation hub? To leverage the technology to drive the innovation across the financial sector. So innovation must be used. How to leverage the technology in the financial sector? This is going to be pursued by this particular agency. And the next important question, recently new species of racer snake, that is a Platyceps josephi, was discovered in which of the following states? So the options which are given include Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. You must remember most of the reptiles are discovered in the Western Ghats. Okay, so the answer here is Tamil Nadu. Of course, the Western Ghats are spread across all these states excluding Andhra Pradesh. But among these states, Tamil Nadu is the state in which this was discovered. So who discovered? A team of international researchers. And the snake is named after the herpetologist, late herpetologist, whose name is Naveen Joseph. And this snake's name is, as you know, Platyceps josephi. Okay, the Josephi got its name from the Naveen Joseph. And it is non-venomous snake, and which is terrestrial snake, which lives on the soil only, on the land. And it is endemic to Tamil Nadu. It means its occurrence is very much restricted to the Tamil Nadu state itself. That's why it is called endemic. And next important question, Sri Kumar Banerjee worked as the chairman of which of the following agencies? UCIL, IAEA, AEC, and ISRO. Okay, what is the right answer? B is the right answer. Why it is so? Let us discuss. Sri Kumar Banerjee recently passed away. He worked as the chairman of Atomic Energy Commission. Okay, he worked as a chairman, and he was a Padma Shri awardee also in the year 2005. He also won Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award in the year 1989. Actually, the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar is the founder chairman of the Council for Industrial Research and Council for Industrial Research, that is CSIR. So he was the founder chairman. On his name, Center for Scientific and Industrial Research. He worked as a chairman of that agency. So on his name, this particular award is given. And this particular Sri Kumar Banerjee worked as a chairman of AECA in the year 2012. And he also worked as a director of the BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center. Next question, which among the following is true regarding CM Vatsalya Yojana? So first statement is the scheme was launched by Jharkhand government. Second one, the children who lost their parents due to COVID-19 will be given financial assistance of 3,000 rupees till they reach the age of 21 years. And the above children would also get the reservation of 5%. What is the right statement? In fact, the first statement is incorrect, because this scheme is launched by the Uttarakhand government, because many children became orphans on account of the death of their parents due to the COVID-19. For this reason, Mukhyamantri Vatsalya Yojana was launched, and whereby the children will be getting the financial assistance of 3,000 rupees till they reach the age of 21 years. And the children would also get the reservation of 5%. So various states are taking various options to help these children. Like Andhra Pradesh state is going to give 10 lakh rupees to the children who lost their parents as a one-time settlement. In that way, various states are taking various options. Okay, so here the right option is C, 2 and 3. Okay, then Sanjeevani is the scheme of which of the following states? Okay, there are four options given: Punjab, Haryana, UP and MP. The right option is Haryana, because Haryana launched this Sanjeevani project in order to create awareness in the rural areas regarding the COVID-19, and it also educates the people regarding the second wave. Okay, so this is what the scheme. And next important aspect, Indian Olympian boxer Shakti Majumdar passes away. Actually, this particular veteran player who represented India in the year 1952 in the Helsinki Olympics, and he belongs to West Bengal. Okay, so thank you friends, thank you for watching this video, and please give your valuable inputs to get your desired content. Okay, thank you so much.